The old P bucket right in the white line there. He saw him, Ron, just kind of looking out the window. Just kind of looking out the window, watching that right line.
305.07. 305.07 for Brent Peterson and the heartbeat.
Here comes the old man in the class, David Novak.
You smell that alcohol rich there. Smell that? I love the smell of fresh methanol in the afternoon.
I love the smell of fresh methanol in the morning. David Novak.
Yeah, I saw that.
In a class full of young guns, he's the grandpa. The mean Farmer Green out of Howells, Nebraska, last year's points champion. One of the toughest tractors in the class. Not having his awesome season like he did last year, but you can never count out old Novak. When he's not pulling tractors, he's building skyboxes in Wisner, Nebraska.
He's going to be mad at you. You keep referring to him as old in every sentence here.
Dave's always mad at me anyway. Have you ever seen Dave super happy?
Oh, yeah. I've seen Dave happy.
When? Like 2 in the morning?
One time. Yeah, on his birthday, I think.
Yeah, at the Outlaw banquet. When he won the points. Here we go. David Novak.
Oh, when that thing first stood up, I was like, uh-oh, Daly. Uh-oh.
So it's like you get a little too far to the right, Ron, and then it drives you down to the right, you know, because that happened to Gary Barrett as well. Pounding that brake. 336.81. Man, Daly dodged a huge bullet there. 336.81.
We're going to have Edwin Anderson up next on the two-wheel drive side. Another Texas truck, this one called the Texian. And Richard Morris, the Buffalo Chips defending points champ, on deck.
It's a couple hundred live, and then by the end of the week it reaches 5,000 to 10,000 in the summer. In the winter it doubles because there's not as much going on. Well, what's nice is it's out there forever. You know what I mean?
Farm Rescue, our mission is to help family farmers and ranchers in a crisis. Just whether it be a major injury, illness, or natural disaster, we come in with donating equipment, and together we combine that with business to come in and help these families in their time of need. I'm always trying to partner with the absolute best companies in what they do.
From a Goodyear farm tire standpoint, we're just so happy to be part of it.
Honestly, don't know what we'd do without Farm Rescue.
I still got that top one. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I still have the live stream playing. Welcome, everybody. We are live from the Iowa State Fair. Ron Stone. Terry, do you have a last name?
Terry Honig.
Terry Honig. I should have. if I was a better interviewer, I probably would have been all prepared. Like, that's kind of one of the biggest sponsors, the Outlaws, I have. I'm like, hey, Terry, owner of the Organics Midwest. What's your last name?
Honig.
Honig. Can you spell that for me?
Hoenig.
Hoenig. I think I can handle that.
There you go.
So thank you to our peanut gallery out here at the State Fair. So Ron and I kind of started.
Wait a minute, can we get the canned applaud?
Yeah, can we?
Yes.
Thank you.
Just to prove that we really do have a peanut gallery, we needed to hear that a little bit. And I can just quickly. No, I'll do it. Well, we can embarrass them later if we need to. So Ron and I kind of impromptu, the very first year of the State Fair when we were back 3 years ago, we did the show live from the announcer stand. And now it's kind of it's fun. But we really look forward to this show every year. So
Absolutely.
first of all, thank you for coming in and sponsoring the Outlaws as heavy as you have. I don't deal with that actual sponsorship stuff like Ron does, and you do with Kurt, but Organics Midwest, you came on in a big way. The sweeps, just the overall thing. The trailer, I love that you guys bring this trailer to the polls. It's neat to see customers and pullers go down there and enjoy all that. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just having a ball traveling throughout the series. I don't make as many shows as I would like to, but Todd Bowles, Julie Waddell, they do a really nice job just taking care of the pullers, a cold drink, a bag of chips, a place to sit.
Some air conditioning.
Air conditioning when you need it.
That's like sometimes
when you need it.
Yeah.
We've needed a little bit of that, oddly enough, here in August. But yeah, they've had a blast. We've just enjoyed meeting so many great people along the way. Lots of great polls. Every poll is unique. You notice if you go poll to poll, you guys are used to it a lot, but every poll has its own unique flavor, just the ambiance of the facility and the people around, but really a lot of fun. We're glad to be a part of it.
Yep. So if you're joining us, we're live in Des Moines, Iowa at the Iowa State Fair. Everybody thinks there's a poll tonight. What's unique about the Iowa State Fair, Ron, is we're done.
We're done.
We're going to go get corn dogs after this. Maybe.
Yeah. And the State Fair, that's something that's
it's
the uniqueness of it.
Because, a lot of
we
the
look
comments
forward
are,
to
will you have the poll on tonight? It was on outlawpolling.tv today. You guys can go get your subscription. You can watch it anytime. But we do poll again tomorrow at noon.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we got Pro Stocks, 4x4 mods, Diesel Supers, 540s, Diesel 3.0s.
Mod tractors.
The big modified tractors. I think we could look at our Outlaw app.
Completely different show than there was today.
So every class that was here today left, and then we're really restricted on space here, so all the pullers have to be out, and they have to be out by a certain time because of I think Jeff Dunham is over there tonight on the main stage.
Yep, Super Farm tomorrow as well. Light Super Stock, the Alpine Supers, Diesel Supers. I think you mentioned the others.
Yep.
4-wheel drive, Diesel 3.0, 540, Diesel Super Stock, Light Super Stock, Pro Stock, Super Farm, Modified.
So if you're watching right now, two things. Let us know where you're watching from, and then I want to know if you've heard of Organics Midwest or not yet. Because how long have you guys been around?
We've been in ag with our Organics Bio 800 products since 2019, but Organics Midwest is really just about 2 years in here.
Okay, so it's relatively new.
Yep.
And we got scrolling across the bottom. Organics is here to put life back into your soil.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm a social media guy, Terry, and every now and then they let me talk on the microphone. And I had a blast today working with Ron. Central California is checking in. Preston, we're going to come out. We were going to talk about going out to Madera in November to the Golden State Invitational. I haven't talked to you about that yet.
No.
In November 10th and 11th.
Okay.
There's a lot of farmers out there. And I've talked to the other Brian, one of the Bryans.
Okay.
There's Brian Squared and you.
Yeah,
that's how I look at the ownership team here.
Brian
Squared and you and Terry. But we have a lot of pulling family friends out there as well that might love the Organics message as well. But
sure, absolutely.
So putting life back into your soil, what does that mean in English to just a regular city kid? I do farm 2 acres. I stripe my lawn. I got a Simplicity mower, and I take a lot of pride in that.
I'm the same way, so I appreciate that.
Good. High five.
Right.
So I haven't had to mow my yard that much.
I think isn't that kind of how Organics started? Was in the
striping yard?
Absolutely.
So you're saying I could be somebody someday?
So we did. We started it was founded in the turf industry, just another way to grow healthy grass with good roots, good sustainable lawns, resilient to disease, resilient to drought, a way of doing that without dumping a bunch of nitrogen on the ground all the time. So that's kind of where the product was born in 2019. They brought it into ag kind of by accident, but in 2015 by accident. In 2019 launched into broad acres, but yeah, we basically are putting life back in your soil. So the difference between soil and dirt is the life, the microbial activity that's in your soil. Dirt is dead, soil has an abundance of live microbes. So in a single teaspoon of soil, there could be as many as a billion bugs. A lot of the dirt today, soils today, have as little as 100,000. So we grow and ferment this product. It's got over 800 live species of organisms in it, microorganisms in it, 600 species of bacteria, a couple hundred fungi, protozoa, beneficial nematodes. We spray it on the soil and put back in the soil what nature intended the soil to have. So that helps grow a healthier crop. It helps it become more disease resistant, more drought resistant with better rooting. It helps deliver more of the nutrients that the farmers put down to the plant more efficiently.
But you're not actually putting chemicals in the soil.
No chemicals.
This could be considered organic.
Yep, 100% organic. We do have an organic guarantee. It's 100% organic, but it's just putting back what nature intended soil to have. And, with practices of farming, tilling, spraying herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, and hydrous ammonia, those things knock back biology. And for the first time ever, this is a product that allows us to put that back. So another way of building biology in the soil might be like no-till practices, cover crop practices, but this is the first product of its kind to actually, with a product, to supercharge your soil and put life back in the soil.
Supercharge it. I like that.
You like that, huh?
Do that.
So I heard you know a lot about turbos and fuel pumps.
I know a little bit.
Could you give me the basic specs on the Pro Stock class that we're going to see tomorrow here at the Iowa State Fair, Terry?
4-in-1.
4-in-1?
Well,
Yep,
that
so
was
that's
today,
it's
but,
different class, but I like. Oh, look, he's reading from you from the
I
peanut
need a
gallery.
cue
No
card.
help from the audience.
Yeah, I
please.
need
No
a
help
cue
from the
card.
audience.
We have to give a shout out to Little Chief Pulling Team. Shout out to Little Chief Pulling Team.
He's getting out his 8-pack crayons. He's going to
He's gonna draw you a sign, like the Letterman show. We got to do all that. So now I've heard you say a lot. Been listening to you because I want to get clued in a little bit. But these other places have a couple bugs, and you got all kinds of bugs.
Right. So over 800 species of live microbes in our product. That's really a lot. So
That's what
to put
Ron
that,
has in his shoes when he does the shower.
You want me to take them off? I can take them off.
Okay.
that's before he sprays a fungal treatment on it.
There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no, most products on the market are going to be 2 to 12 species. They're going to be, a bacteria or a spore of a bacteria. What really makes our product different and what really makes it react to the soil quicker is that it's a live product. It's got diversity. It's got intensity with a high population of over 800 bugs. So,
Some people might be thinking, is this safe? Is this safe?
yeah, absolutely. It's what nature intended soil to have. So it's absolutely what, if a farmer goes out there and tears out a fence row, the crop right there grows taller, grows greener. It's a lot better looking. You can see it on the yield monitor. It's because we haven't messed up that soil. We haven't sprayed it with anything. We haven't tilled it. We haven't done anything for years. They knock that fence row out. It grows a great crop. So we're putting back in the soil what that fence row would have or what CRP ground would have after being in CRP for 25, 30 years. That's growing biology and building that biology. First time we're able to do that with a product.
What are the most common questions you get from a potential customer?
How to apply it. Should I use it in furrow? Should I use it spray? You can do either one of those. This is a live product. We refrigerate it to make the bugs go dormant and go to sleep so they don't consume the food and oxygen that's in the tote. So a lot of questions are.
It happens to me when I get refrigerated.
We all slow down just a little bit,
Go ahead.
But I get the question of, do I have to refrigerate it? Which no, you don't. You got 6 weeks to use the product outside of refrigeration. So, but whether you spray it over the top or whether you do it in furrow, really our key is that we want to do it as close to planting time as possible. We want to incorporate it into your current practices. We get a lot of questions about, can I mix it with some of my other chemicals? And so we spent a decade on this product, making it robust enough that a farmer can add it to their starter fertilizer in furrow. They can put it in with some burn down, high chlorine water. That kind of thing doesn't affect the product. Not saying it might not knock out a bug or two, but when you've got over 800, almost 1,000 species of bugs, the net effect of our product is not negatively affected. So if you've got 3 bacteria that do a very specific job, mix it with some high salt or high chlorine water, and it knocks out 2 of those bugs, you've just lost 2/3 of your product. When you got over 600 species of bacteria, you mix it with something, you knock out 1 or 2 bugs. There's enough natural redundancy in these bugs that they do the same job. You can't really even tell you lost 2 or 3. So really took a long time, took a decade to get this product to that point, but That's another question is, can I mix it with something so I don't have to make an extra pass? I don't have to put $100,000 worth of stuff on my planter to do it. This is something you can just blend right in with your current practices and go.
So what do you tell the farmer that says, I've tried biologics before, it never worked for me?
Right. It's really hard to cut through the noise because, face it, farmers have been sold a ton of stuff. They should be a little bit standoffish, a little bit resistant, like, hey, what makes you different? Here comes another guy down the driveway to my shop. Number one, we always say there's some questions you should ask him. Is it alive? How many species is it? Those are really critical things to ask somebody who's selling you a biological. We don't really fit into the biological category. We don't fit into the food for microbes category. We're not a fertilizer. We're not a pesticide. We're kind of a blend of all of that. So we're saying put down what nature intended the soil to have, and nature will balance that out and call on the bugs and reproduce the bugs that are needed. We're just really laying down the seed stock to help build that soil. So we're just I would say, be cautious about that, understand the difference, and understand how important diversity is and how important just intensity is, just the sheer number of bugs that you get.
Kurt Koyma jumped on and says, I used organics in all our acres and like what I see so far. If you're a farmer and you're watching, please, if you have a question or if you are a organics customer and you have a success story, we want to hear it. Tell us. We got the boss here with us right now. And if you get any good Terry stories, bring it on. I mean, I'm not afraid. So, I mean, we'll just have to have the bartender whip one up and we'll sit here all night. Do you have a good story, ma'am? You have a good story? Oh, okay, no, just checking. Just checking in our peanut gallery.
She's just being extra friendly with it.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you. So, again, welcome to Outlawed Live with Ron Stone. I'm your co-host, Jason Schultz, the owner of Organics Terry. And we're at the Iowa State Fair. We pulled at noon today. We have to be done because they have a big concert tonight. They have Jeff Dunham, the puppet guy. I kill you, right?
I kill you. I kill you.
And then what's that? The Infidels. He calls them the Infidels. It's super funny there. And we're back tomorrow at noon, and we move on to Wisner, Nebraska. Thursday night, Megan's going to join us here in about 17 minutes from Thunder by the River. 3 days of Wisner, Nebraska. I think Thursday starts at 7. I think Friday starts at 6. And I know Saturday starts at 4.
4, yes.
Are you going out to Wisner with us?
I am not going to be able to make it, but
one.
several people were talking about today. That is the one not to miss, but I am going to miss that.
Do you have a golf tournament or what's going on?
Well,
do you have to stripe your yard?
I do have to stripe my yard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mowed before I left because I knew I was going to be gone all week.
We got a 50th birthday party obligation that we got to go to. So,
like
but
close family?
Yeah,
close family?
pretty close.
Because like when Ron and I have a joke, like when people get married in the summer, we're like,
it's unacceptable.
Is it like? Yeah. Do they know it's polling season?
Right.
Do they know it's polling
They didn't
season?
plan very well, did they?
No, they got to talk about
That's
that.
unacceptable.
Julie Waddell says, tell us about your breakdown product. So tell us about your breakdown product.
So yeah, we're going into the fall season. That's a really good question. We have a fall breakdown product. So we really only have 2 products. We have an ag product for what I was talking about earlier, that nutrient transfer, delivering, building soil health, delivering those nutrients to your plant. In the fall, product that we shift around the populations of the bugs. We put more of the protozoa, more of the fungi in that. The same 800 species, just different populations and elevations of those bugs.
Can we get some shirts that say Holganics or Holganics is a fungi? Because I was trying to do that fungi thing from like that joke from 4th grade. Can you have your people get on that?
Like
Holganics is a fungi? Seriously, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
We got the graphic designer in the peanut gallery. She's listening.
So I really, I have ADD really bad. In case you didn't know that. It's treatable, but my best friend's a doctor, and he's squirrel. And he said if he gave me, he's like, I really need this stuff, but he said I won't be fun anymore. So we decided as a family to just let me be me. Yeah. Take a little CBD every morning just to knock the edge off a little bit, Terry.
Yeah,
and still have a good life. So please pass it on to the marketing people. I would the Holganics is the fun guy, and then spell it like that.
There you go.
And have one of your little bugs, Anyway, back to business.
Yeah. Anyway. But our breakdown product, it's all about breaking down the residue so that the farmers can plant through that residue come springtime, breaking that down and cycling those nutrients out of that residue back into your soil. And again, we're increasing the level of the fungi and the protozoa, beneficial nematodes, which really is what our soils are lacking. We're typically bacteria dominant. So we're increasing those levels, putting that in there. So 2 or 3 benefits from that fall product, but mainly breaking that residue down, especially like for some of the no-till farmers, works really, really well. Awesome. Corn-on-corn operators really breaks that residue down because bacteria will punch holes in it but they really won't break that stuff down and cycle the nutrients back into your soil. If you're putting out 200 bushel corn, you could have 17 tons of stover on top of the ground per ton, 17 pounds of nitrogen per ton of stover. There's 5-6 tons of stover on top of the ground, 60, 70, maybe 80 pounds of nitrogen laying on top of the ground. If you can get the bugs to decompose that and cycle that back into your soil, it's just more benefit for you next year. So our whole mode of action here is get those nutrients cycled back into the soil, hold them there, get them to the plant more efficiently. The farmer then technically can start backing off of the nitrogen,
and that's where the soil
of application, and that's where the soil really starts to become active.
Jason Kleppe, that's one of my friends. You have to go back to Talking Farming. That's the quietest I've ever seen Jason. Hey, Kleppe, you're number one. So, and I wasn't the real finger. Quit looking for squirrels. Make the fun guy shirt, Jason. We're going to make it down. Organics is going to be on that shirt. Organics Midwest. Megan Engelmeyer says, what's the cost per acre and at what rate should you apply it?
Great. So great question. $20 an acre for our spring product. $15 an acre for our fall product, and both of those are applied at a half a gallon per acre with 10 to 15 gallons of water if you're spraying over the top, and then 5 gallons of total liquid if you're going in furrow with the spring product. So obviously the fall product has to be sprayed on broadcast spray. That gets the bugs down on that stover. Bugs don't come up out of the ground to decompose your stalks, which is why typically we disc them under to get that soil to stock contact. But this way we're laying the bugs on the stover. They're eating that stuff up, working their way down into the soil. So it kind of goes top down. But $15 an acre in the fall, $20 an acre in the spring. And what's really, really cool, what we like about our product is the farmers will see most of them this year saw 2 to 2.5 times ROI while they're building their soil. The conversation typically has been, let's do some practices and some things, do some no-till, do some cover crops. That'll make your soil better. 5 to 7 years down the road, you'll start to see some benefit. But you've got all that expense along the way, maybe some drag and some yield because of some things that are done. This is a product you can put down. You see an ROI on it while you're building your soil, and year on year, it just gets better and better and better. So that's what we love about our product is it's a win for the farmer. So it's a win just all the way around. So
I love the win that Organics has brought to pulling and the outlaws.
Yeah, absolutely.
What made you, to me, it's common sense, right? But like what the outlaws and what you're doing, tell me, like, what has Organics brought to pulling and what's pulling brought to Organics? How about that?
I don't really know what we've brought to Outlaw other than just good times. Todd and Julie, again, do a really, really nice job of just seeing all of our customers. We started networking with some of the folks that were in the polling organization through Todd and Julie. They started buying some product. We wanted to give back to them and support them in a manner that would benefit something they love to do, which is pulling. We've kind of fallen in love with it along the way. So it's just fun for us. One of our cornerstones of our company is we want to give back to the community, and we want to build community, small town Iowa, small town Midwest, through healthy soil. So if we can sell some product to some guys, we turn around and throw some money at the sweep, different things. We sponsored Outlaw. We try to do different things for people along the way because we really think it's important to give back. And that's been really beneficial for us and for the farmers. A lot of these pullers today came in, thanked us from the top of the tractor, saw my shirt. Hey, thank you for what you're doing. That means a lot to us. They're enjoying it.
Do you have some pullers using your products that are farming?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely. So I don't even know how many customers we have, but tons and tons of guys here in the pits today.
Because I kind of follow on Facebook. And is there anything on Facebook I should probably put on the screen? I know we had some of those pictures and videos, or what could I show here? Look at this, Terry, as I scroll down. I can share any of this over on the screen. Hey, you guys did post some stuff on the tractor.
We posted. Somebody was kind of having a bad day there. There's a couple of videos.
That was Jeremy Paulson with the Hawkeye hooker.
Yeah.
Did anybody get the tire in the air?
Yeah, she got
that. Did you?
Yeah, she did. I don't know if that's on Facebook or Snapchat.
It needs to go up there.
We definitely saw that.
It needs to go up there.
Yeah, that was kind of a bad day happening, but I don't know. There's tons and tons of
So here's a good one. Let's show this up here. This is the modules of beans. Not nodules, not modules.
Yep. So that's Trent Peeper.
You can't make fun of me because I'm going to go into like you tell me the specs on a pro stock.
Well,
Okay?
you kept talking about Stover. It was making him hungry. You thought you were talking about the stove.
Because I am hungry because they're cooking made rights over there.
I smell it.
I was like, what is?
He's like, why do you keep mispronouncing stove?
You're killing me, dog. So I'm going to bring this up here. Give me a second. I'm going to pause. Share my screen. We're live in the pits, so we can't control the people around us. Everybody, when you go live, it's like when they go to Mark Crowley. Mark Crowley uses it. He's in Minnesota.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep. Tater Wagon's got some product on. Dave Walters, yep. Gary Porter, yep.
A lot of
I start naming names, I'll forget a lot.
A lot of pullers, farmers who sponsor like Organics use. Okay, so
Rich
let's watch this
Johnson,
video.
Jack Nasty, yep.
Grower. We're in his bean field, and this is what we found. These are grower picked beans. He picked which ones to dig up.
Hold on, I want to make it bigger.
And you can just.
I got the wrong. Sorry about that. There we go. We want to do this right here.
I hear they said you weren't talented. I don't know.
Everybody loves picking on me.
Just another pretty face.
I'm not just another pretty face. If I had Ron's voice, his pretty face, I'd be a movie star. All right, here we go.
Yeah, really seeing some good bean results. Trent's going to show you here just the nodules on the beans, the size of the roots. Really good stuff.
How we doing? Today I was in Centerville, Iowa with a grower. We're in his bean field, and this is what we found. These are grower picked beans. He picked which ones to dig up. And you can just tell the amount of weight, the amount of pods, the amount of leaves. Look at these taproots. These two are organics over here, and these two are not. The amount of inoculation on these, the nodules, is incredible compared to these. Stalk size, stalk diameter. Can you see the difference? Well, after spending a day in the field, I can't wait to see what happens this fall with these beans.
So, how does it affect the plants? Let's say during a harvest time, or not a harvest time. I'm sorry, during a drought time of year. Does it make the plants hardier to get through drought?
Right. So what happens is these microbes will consume your inputs, the farmer's inputs that they put down at planting time, which is why we like to be plus or minus 2 weeks of planting there. But the bugs will actually eat the fertilizer that the farmers are putting down, and that seems a little counterintuitive. But what happens is that plant then says, there's no food here for me. There was some nutrients here that the farmer put down, some starter fertilizer. The bugs have eaten it, so it's not available. So the plant gets hungry and throws some deeper roots down and really aggressively goes looking for food. So then the bugs eat each other like fungi eat bacteria, protozoa eat fungi. They release those nutrients back to that plant.
I know. It's like it sounds like hungry.
It's this cycle of life going on. Yeah, I know.
Every time he says bugs, I go, ooh.
It's this cycle of life going on, feeding those nutrients back to the plant. But to answer your question, those roots have developed because that plant is hungry. So in drought times, when the ground starts to dry from the top down, those roots are deeper. It'll make that plant more drought resistant because it's already been hungry. It's established those roots deep in the soil where there is still moisture. So they will stay alive and stay green.
One of your reps is actually watching the show and sent me some pictures and stuff. So I'm trying to.
Perfect.
I don't even think I'm ignoring you and looking at my phone like a schmuck. So give me one second. You guys keep chatting. But
Guys, we're live in Des Moines, Iowa at the Iowa State Fair.
Did you know it's the French called Des Moines? It's oui, it's State Fair. It's so nice. I just like doing that. What was the other one? Monet. I like having fun with it. Yeah.
It has been a beautiful day.
Oh, it's stupid.
Incredible.
Great day for tractor pulling. So I thought the track stayed pretty good too. I don't know what you thought.
It was awesome.
Best one we've had here at this particular track. This is our third year.
It's really growing in nice. Or, filling in.
That top 5, top 8 pulls, they were really tight together there. There wasn't a lot of difference in the distance, which is probably what guys like to see. So
Mark's checking in from Dayton, Minnesota. How are you tonight, Mark? He's runs around with the Red Line Fever guys. Bowling Green, Ohio is checking in. Mr. Pulltown Nut. campsite 3464. We're sending everybody we can out to his campsite from the Beer
one of
Money
the largest
Pulling.
camping destinations
and in the world.
Bigger
than NASCAR.
Isn't that crazy?
I gotta download these photos quick, and I'll put these photos on the screen, Terry. I'm gonna have you talk about them. So,
yeah, I've actually shared a few of the videos when I see them about just comparing the routes when you guys are out in the field.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much out there on Facebook as we can, on social media as we can, just to kind of show people what we're seeing in the fields. There's been some agronomists that have been spending some time in the fields, as they talked about the nodulation and stuff on the beans earlier. We typically have been seeing 3 times as many bean nodules on the bean roots as non-treated, with about 30% more leaf surface area on the beans, which means they can gather more sun, grow the plant more, fill the pods more. So that's all really good results. Same with corn. The leaves are wider, they're greener, they're got a little bit less of the gray spot on them. Just a healthier looking plant. A lot of double ears this year. There's just been a ton of double ears.
What are we seeing here, Terry?
So what you're seeing here is on the left is a organics treated corn leaf. On the right is the non-treated. Okay. So we pulled those off. We brought them in to do some scanning of the leaf to see what nutrients are in the leaf, and you can see just how quickly they're drying up. So they're rolling up because they're off the plant. They're lacking the moisture, and the organics plant is hanging on to that. So just again showing you how we are holding that moisture in a healthier plant.
Yeah, it's awesome. Obvious difference.
Yeah, clearly, for sure. And even like a real big farmer, I got about 2 acres. I can see that clearly.
Little garden.
Yep. So there again, you're seeing that we typically see 4 to 10 times more root mass on our plants. You're seeing that on the left, just a little thicker stalk, a little taller plant. We're not trying to grow a corn plant that's bigger and taller, but that just is a natural occurrence with healthier soil. And 4 to 10 times more root mass is really important, because roots is what converts to organic material, organic matter easiest in the soil. So if you want to raise your organic matter level in the soil, which all farmers want to do, roots is the easiest thing to convert, because it's already in the soil, and that's where the microbes are living. So if you have 4 to 10 times more root, you have more organic material to convert to organic matter. So it'll help that level.
Everything you say makes absolute sense when I hear you saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, why would somebody not want to use it? I mean, is there
and that's
any
really, when we get in a room and we just educate people about what the product is, how it works, everybody says that makes total sense to me. And it is. It's just common sense. It's just nature. We're just putting back in the soil.
Is Big Pharma trying to kill you? Do you have to have bodyguards yet?
No, but it could be a thing.
Careful,
it could be a thing.
Yeah,
So.
the Jason. I'm hiding behind the
But
roots.
really, there just hasn't been a product that can do
No,
that.
but I mean,
before,
I would be threatened by that if I was those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're very genuine, very legit.
Big fertilizer, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, big fertilizer. I'm saying Big Pharma.
All of our
We'll put that.
results,
That'll be the other T-shirt. Big Pharma.
fertilizer.
Big fertilizer scared of us.
We're pretty transparent. All our results are out there, good, bad, ugly, whatever, but for the most part, they're good. For the most part, farmers say, you know what? I know the dirt that I have today is not as good as it was when my dad farmed or when my grandpa farmed. I know I'm hurting my soil. I just really don't know what to do about it, and so now...
Well, we're creatures of habit, human beings,
absolutely.
right? It's just easier. I don't want to take any chance. Nobody, it's the new work and this and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So, and roots too, like for wind, right? Am I just being dumb? Like, the stronger the root when the wind, does that help?
Absolutely.
When
Especially brace roots and crown
Look
roots
at me.
and things on the
Look at me coming in with knowledge.
He's like a junior agronomist.
right.
Boom! He's a junior agronomist now.
I'll let you drive my simplicity. I'll let you drive it.
Okay.
She's sweet.
We'll get him a lab coat.
I got one of those the fancy seats, like the spring-loaded ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a little cup holder. I mow well.
Okay.
I'm a good mower.
Okay. Good deal.
So what are we seeing?
Up and down the driveway on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Oh yeah, no. Well, actually, it's whenever I get home during pulling season. So.
There you go.
What are we looking at here, Terry?
Just another example of how the microbes consume the nutrients that are put down by the farmer at planting. So this is probably 5-7 days old. It's really not very old. I can't remember exactly where this picture's at, but it shows you that those microbes have consumed those nutrients. So the plant on the right has organics, the one on the left does not. So that's a hungrier plant. It develops more roots, deeper roots, goes looking for food because the microbes have eaten that and basically taken it away from that plant. The plant on the left has starter available to it, kind of, throws out some roots, starting to draw some of that food. all the candy's kind of spilled in the lobby, so it really doesn't have to go looking for anything. Kind of makes a little bit of a lazy plant. Nothing wrong with that. Just different than, where the direction we're heading.
So I'm getting a lot of random text messages. Do you know who this guy is?
Well, that's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may or may not have been at a hairball concert.
Oh, that would have been last night. That would have been last night. That's kind of fun. I love the random stuff that we get, so it's kind of fun. I got the pulling order being texted me for tomorrow.
Awesome.
We got this. We'll go over that in a little bit as well. My internet's lagging just a touch here. The old Starlink. There we go. What do we got there?
So that right there is a 5-day-old corn plant that was put in the ground in furrow. That picture's actually in our product book. So Southeast Iowa, 5 days old. This is what I love about our product. Again, the farmer can see it. Puts it out there. Five days later, you can touch it, feel it, see it. Plant on the right has Organics with starter fertilizer. Plant on the left is starter fertilizer only. And again, just a lazy plant, sends out a single root. It's going to sense the food there. It's going to be fine. But the plant on the right is really getting aggressive with the root hairs and really searching for some food. You could actually row the plant on the right 2 days. You could row it out 2 days before the plant on the left. And for those that aren't farmers, that means you can look down the farm and you can see the little green stripe.
Oh, that's what my dad makes me do.
It out.
We have to drive the fields, like look down to see how straight his rows are.
That's right. So you can row that plant out 2 days before you can row out the one on the left.
Awesome.
And keep in mind, it's only 5 days old.
Well, and for me, because I have no patience, like I want to see immediate results with anything I do. For a farmer to be able to see something like this is great.
Right.
So,
Right. Absolutely.
I love it.
Getting some more questions.
Let me check the comments here. What we got here? No, it's been quiet for a bit. So again, if you're just checking in, we're live from the Iowa State Fair with Terry, one of the owners of Organics Midwest, a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor pulling season, and just talking about what Organics is, and basically we got it scrolling across the bottom to put soil back or put health back into your soil. Not burn it out, not the thrash and burn. I mean, when you guys explained to me a little bit, that's what I thought. Like they taught us in grade school, the old thrash and burn in the African rainforest, And I really, I never thought about that. You're doing that to your soil as a farmer and our thing. You said some stat, like so many. Did you tell me that?
So what I said was in a single tablespoon of soil,
This is what it was.
there can be as many as 1 billion microbes.
That's right.
And in today's soil, if you really took measurement of that, there could be as little as 100,000. So we really have knocked back the life. Some of the richest farm ground in the world, hundreds of years ago, is today's blow sand. So in order to stop that from happening to our good soils here throughout the Midwest, so our soils that we're farming here today, we've got to react. We have to do something to put life back in our soil, to save our soils, and to farm more responsibly. So that's really what we're all about. And that along the way, you get to have more yield and a healthier plant and do less fungal treatments and all of those beneficial things for the farmer. And obviously they get to make more money. So
Mark Crowley says he's watching on YouTube. He says it's freaking awesome.
He says he said he'll use it again.
We absolutely, we have a 96% reorder rate, and the average farmer last year ordered 2.2 times more product than they ordered the year before. So really the product speaks for itself. Again, it's just common sense. It makes sense to the farmers. They just never have had a product at their fingertips that they can do. That they can use like this, and like I said, it's $20 an acre, and most of them are seeing that 2 to 2.5 times ROI on it, which is what they're after. They need an ROI. They're not gonna spend the money if they're not gonna make the money. But if you can get an ROI while you're building your soil, and then start to draw back and cut that fertilizer
and see immediate benefits.
They're going to see immediate benefits, and then long-term benefits also. So we're really excited about it, and we're having a lot of fun.
I have a super serious question. Now, what you just said about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of dirt having, I mean, if you knew that when you were a kid, you know it now. If you'd have known that then, would you have taken that dare when your best friend told you to take that teaspoon of dirt?
I did that several times. Tasted the same every time.
Were you like?
I think everybody has done that. We all had that friend.
And then you're like, why did I do that?
Hey, he's that guy.
I'm that guy.
Yeah,
I'm that guy. So I love to hug people when I'm happy. Have you had any farmers hug you? They've been so happy.
Well, I've had some farmers' wives hug me.
That's better. Okay,
Yeah,
that's better.
absolutely.
That's way better.
Absolutely.
So, No, I'm just like from success stories. Like, do you have any like, this will never work, and then now they're like, dude, you were right. Like, do you have anything like that?
I think there's a lot of that. I don't know if I know any specific stories. There's just really a lot of hesitation in the market.
Well,
like I said, there
how do we
be.
How do we get beyond that?
There should be. They've been sold a lot of stuff, a lot of pills, powders, and promises, as we say.
Pills, powders, and promises.
Yeah.
Marketing gal, another T-shirt. Pills, powders, and promises.
So they've been
I'm the
sold,
fun guy.
They've
I'm
been
the fun
sold
guy.
a lot of pills, powders,
Type
and
that in
promises,
the notes.
a lot of snake oil, if you will,
Yeah.
a lot of food juice. I always say we have the good snake oil.
we have the good snake oil.
Anyway,
Ours has real steaks.
They should be a little bit nervous about that. And again, just for us, it's cutting through the noise, delivering our message of what we're doing, and they have that same response, Ron. Like, that makes total sense to me.
Yeah,
and
when Ron says that, like, you got through to Ron.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
pretty
That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
The big ag is very, very pharmaceutical. Like, they don't really
They're
want to
big
fix the
fertilizer.
problem.
We're coming for you, big
right.
fertilizer.
They don't want to fix
If you're
the problem.
watching
They
right
just
now,
want to sell you the
Schultz.
medication. So we're really out to fix the problem, make it a little better. But yeah,
Love it. Let's talk truck and tractor pulling a little bit. Let's
you
have
know
some
what?
fun.
Let's do. We had a great day today. It was awesome.
Do you like the diesels? You like everything? Are you just happy to be here?
You know, I like the four-wheel drive trucks. I just think that I can relate to that a little bit better as like a pickup truck I might have driven. You know, I'm 50 years old, so I'm of that age.
Is it your birthday this
Feels-
weekend?
No, it's not. But the square body trucks and stuff. But I like the tractors too. Probably more of a red guy than a green guy. But all right.
Did you hear the crowd today when I was messing with Lundell? I'm like,
Oh, idea.
I said, do you have any friends? I can't believe John Deere guys even have friends. And half the guys are like, they were hammering on me pretty good over there.
You were far enough from
I
the
caught
stands
that,
you couldn't
yeah.
throw anything at you.
I typically can outrun most of them. But
Okay.
every now and then somebody will throw something at me. So
That's right.
that's all
But no, I really enjoy them all. I enjoy the kind of an underdog route, probably like everybody does, kind of cheering somebody like that on. I don't like to see guys break because I know what it costs. And I was in the racing business for a number of years, and
Racing business. Tell us more.
What's
Yeah. Do you have a top fuel dragster?
You know, my wife and I ran circle tracks, dirt
Really?
tracks, for 15 years. So,
Did you put any of your bugs in the track before you raced?
Funny story. I actually,
Here we go.
I actually did, but I didn't realize what I was doing at the time. So, one of the things that good biology does is helps hold moisture. So one of the things you want to do in circle tracks is not dust your crowd out. So
Right.
you put water on the track and everything, and they go out there and they lay rubber down, they seal it over, and then next thing you know, you're blowing dust up into everybody's food and beer. And so I got with this guy who was an agronomist in California. He sent me a barrel of snake oil, and I reluctantly used it. But what it did was it helped that soil, it helped the water infiltration of the soil. So take that moisture down, and then we planted wheat in the wintertime. We put wood chips on it. We put manure on it and chicken litter, all that organic matter, trying to raise that. And he said, the dirt that's best for racing on is the dirt that'll grow the most corn. So whatever you do to your Iowa, we had a black dirt track. Whatever you do in Iowa to grow corn, double it. It's going to take you 3 years to get where I want you to get. And it's interesting, 2 or 3 years into it, my racers come to me and they said, I don't know what you're doing to this racetrack, but every night we come here, every weekend, it's like a fresh piece of paper. And you water it. We were cutting our water down almost in half, and then they'd race. And as the sun set, the night began, the moisture would start coming back up out of the racetrack. It was less dusty. You know, they would go over to scrape the mud off of their cars, and instead of having to scrape the gooey mud off, it would kind of dry a little bit. They'd bang the fender, and the dirt would fall off of it. It was like, this is no longer a mess. This is like potting soil. I'd go out after the races, and I'd blade it, and it just completely.
So you realize he's talking. There's pullers watching.
It
this.
completely changed.
Track biology.
Track
here.
biology.
It completely changed the composite of that dirt and the biology in that dirt. And I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, but I think that, you know, I knew I was doing something, and I knew I was doing it right. And we got into this business a little bit and started to resonate with me quite a bit. I'm like, I've been down this road before. I've seen it. I know what it does.
One thing that you
It's a
see
lot of fun.
sometimes in pulling is they'll put a surfactant into the track.
Right. We call that a Band-Aid on a broken arm. But it
Band-Aid
works.
on a
But it
broken
works for the night.
I like it.
So it is kind of a water wetter kind of thing, kind of holds that moisture there. Like on days like today where the sun's out, you got a breeze blowing, you got to continue kind of to nurture that and keep that water. But that does help hold the water in. It's a temporary fix, but at the end of the day, if you can get that biology right, you really want to work that. Like these tracks that only do tractor pulls, they truly can work that and get that.
And some do.
Get that
and
to
it's
the
like,
point, yeah.
you know, I know Rock Valley, they do.
Right. So our fairgrounds, they raced and they did demo derbies and they tried to do a tractor pull, and the guys would go out there and cut their tires up on the demo derby mess from the night before. So those are harder to do, but these tracks that have just tractor pulling and are prepping their tracks for that, they definitely could benefit from some of that. But fun stuff.
Oh no, Bauer, we're gonna find you. Yeah, we're still live. He always gets nervous. He doesn't like to do this. That's our sled operator, track builder extraordinaire, Mr. Kevin Bauer.
Awesome.
The Kevin Bauer, like the Ohio State University Kevin Bauer. So if you're watching the show right now, I want you to go to Organics Midwest Facebook page and send them a message. Say, send me something free. Okay, and then tell them why.
Awesome.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these messages and go back with you, and we'll get you a koozie. I don't know what we're going to get you, but we're just going to get you something free. So go to Organics Midwest Facebook page. I'm going to put the link. I had the link in the comments. I'll copy it again. And just say, send me something free, and then we'll reply back to you. We'll ask you for your address, maybe a shirt size. I don't know what we're going to give you because I just kind of sprung this on Terry.
We got all kinds of stuff.
And let's get you some organic stuff out there and ask some questions because that's what it's all about.
And pass the word on. Pass the word on to us.
There's a Facebook page right now, organicsmidwest.com. And I'll actually we'll show you what it looks like. Give me a second here. We're just going to keep yakking for a little bit because our friends from Wisner aren't on yet. So we should start talking about the poll. Cover today's results a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You got today's results to go over.
We got today's results. And we have some winners in the Outlaw Ultimate Experience, or Ultimate Fan Experience with Case IH. We got those winners for the week.
So I'm going to put the Facebook page there, guys, up on the screen. So you can see what it looks like. Just go to the Facebook page, say, give me something free. Just send a message. Click the message button and say, send me something free. This is what the Facebook page looks like. For all of you that are watching. Whether you're a Organics customer right now or whether you're going to be in the future, just like I said, send a message if you have any questions. This is what their page looks like. Click this little message button and then say, send me something free. I'll do it right now. Send me something free. We'll reply to you.
You bet.
And we'll get something going. People love free stuff. And while you're there, if we're going to give you something free, can you give our page a like or a follow? The Organics Midwest page. We're at 423 followers right now. We want to get to 1,000 here in the next couple of weeks. So
that'd be great.
Yeah. So here's Megan and Doug. They're look at Doug go. Bauer, Kevin, you want to see Dougie O on the camera? You want to see Doug O on the camera? Doug O from Wisner.
We just got a close-up of his nose.
Yeah.
He's got no bats in his cage.
I said we just wanted to see Megan. Not Doug. Didn't we say that? We just wanted to see Megan tonight, not Doug. Look at him trying to look at the screen. This is funny.
I don't know how to do this.
Are we on now, aren't we?
Hey, you guys are live.
Kevin, you want to say hi to Doug O?
Hi, Doug O.
Hey.
Is Wisner ready for all this shit?
No, she says. You got 2 more days, Megan.
Can they hear me?
Actually,
yeah, we can hear you fine. Megan.
No, that wasn't me talking. It was.
We're just about to head your way.
Yeah, they barely have 24 hours. We'll be rolling in there tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, we're coming your way. We've got a lot of trailers here ready.
That's awesome.
That's perfect.
That is awesome. That is awesome. It's going to be great. We had a great day, day 1 of the State Fair, guys. Got day 2 tomorrow. And then we're heading to Thunder by the River Thursday. 3 days. What? You guys crazy? 3 days of pulling? What's going on out there, Megan? Push your button.
Doug's pushing buttons again.
That's good.
He's one of them knob twisters. You don't like the way it is. Starts twisting knobs.
Is that their internet? What's that noise?
Can you guys hear us right now?
We can hear you pretty good.
Where are you guys at right now? You
Are they in the skyboxes?
Above the track.
In a skybox.
We're in a skybox.
Awesome. Yeah.
What a great view.
So let's see the view of the track. Can we see the view of the track?
Yep.
From there?
People can see it.
It sounds like there's like a monster consuming.
Yeah.
Someone.
I think it's some of the bugs from Organics.
Yeah, they're getting in with them.
That looks cool. That looks awesome.
Look at Doug. He's a handsome man.
He is. Doug is beautiful.
Oh, that's going to be a great scene. Girls. Yeah.
It's a neat place. That looks awesome, Doug.
So how much work have you guys put in just in the last month or so, getting ready for this bull? I'm not sure they can hear us.
Yeah, Bronstone, you're my hero. Eric Claypool's watching. He's not over here.
Eric Claypool.
Yeah, he's got
I'll
it.
get you the pass later, buddy.
I'm gonna boot them and make them reboot because they don't sound good. So we'll finish up. Let's wrap up with you, Terry.
Okay.
Thank you for supporting polling.
Thank you.
We hope that
Appreciate
we can give back to you and just overall brand recognition, brand awareness, what you've given to the Outlaws this year. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it. We've had a great time. Like I said, met so many wonderful people, lots of great customers, lots of potential customers. We're just, I love it that it's such a family atmosphere when we come here. Everybody seems to get along. Yeah, we just really have enjoyed every show.
Don't be a stranger. Come hang out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you want to talk on the mic, just come upstairs.
Heck
Announce your stand.
You would let me do that?
Heck yeah.
You can come up and help me. I'll have you reading stuff.
I can't read.
I'll have you do the organics.
We're tractor pullers. We'll do anything for money. We know how much tractor pulling parts are.
There you go.
It's all crazy. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jeff.
you.
Appreciate
All right.
it.
Good luck, everybody, tomorrow.
Our next guest is Eric Claypool. Eric Claypool, please sit down. Risky business. Come here, buddy. Nope. Eric Claypool.
We can't get him on the show normally. What makes you think we can get him on here tonight?
I'm gonna go grab that.
Now are you?
Yeah, that's
Oh, there they are. There they are. All right. It sounds better now. It was really that the audio was terrible before, guys.
Yeah.
So I don't think you guys heard me, but how much preparation has gone into this event? When did you guys start this year? Let's put it that way.
We've been at it for a month getting the skyboxes ready. So
Skyboxes are ready to go.
ready to go. Yep.
Okay. And have you sold all of them?
They're all sold.
All sold, really?
34.
Shoot, yeah, that's nice. So, give us some history on Thunder by the River. How long has this event been going on, Doug?
This is the 17th year, but it was 18 years ago we started because we took a year off for COVID.
So, what year did you say? Can you repeat that, Doug? I'm sorry.
18 years ago.
18 years. Okay.
Yep.
And how did you guys start out? I mean, did you start out small and work your way up, or did you go all in right from the beginning?
Yep. Originally, there was 50 members from town, and everybody threw in $1,000, and we started with the original $50,000.
Wow. Now you said everybody from town. I mean, so you literally you had the city behind you on this.
Absolutely. Yep.
And how much has changed? I mean, from back then to now, what's some of the major differences there?
Added the Thunderdome. What year was that?
It's been like 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
Added the bleachers.
Got more parking.
Yeah, we started with one track, 1 to 2. So it's a lot. But it's an awesome amount of help. There's still a crew out working. They're putting up some fence and parking haulers as they come in and hanging lights and getting the coolers ready. And
so
it's just a phenomenal amount of work.
How many haulers are there already, give or take, if you?
What do you think?
30 probably.
30 haulers there already. That's awesome. It's Tuesday night. Uh-oh. I think we lost you guys. They're back. Oh, there's.
Dave tried calling.
Why is it someone always calls you when they see you on like a show or something? That's the first thing they want to do is call you.
Yeah.
We have hijinks going on here in the pit area, guys. So what's the schedule look like? Yeah, we're losing you again.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're too high up, huh? Is that better?
Yeah, if it stays like that, the audio is kind of annoying. Doing a lot of squeaking and.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
You want to try try one more time?
All right, we'll add him back in here if the audio gets better. It was really like squeaking. And all right, Doug, can you give us the? That'll be weird. That's weird right there. I hear myself like echoing.
It's like when we don't have the monitor.
So we lost him again, Jason. That's all right. This weekend, of course, tomorrow here at the Iowa State Fair at noon, we'll be pulling, but also Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night at Thunder by the River in Wisner, Nebraska. I just want to go through the schedule here of that event. Thursday night in Wisner, Nebraska at 6:30 p.m. Friday at 6:30 and Saturday at 4 p.m.
Okay, so I knew Saturday. I wasn't sure what night Friday night was. What time Friday?
That's what we have on the app. Yeah, we're having some problems. Not only audio, but video as well. Are you guys there?
Hey, can you hear us now?
We can hear you now.
Hey.
For a moment. We're just going over the schedule. So you start 6:30 Thursday, 6:30 Friday, 4 o'clock Saturday, right?
It's 7 o'clock Friday.
7 o'clock Thursday,
Yeah,
6
Thursday.
o'clock Friday, 4 o'clock Saturday.
Did you catch all that? I didn't. Yeah, your audio isn't coming through real clear.
I don't know what happened.
Well, no, Megan. I think it's just the internet. Megan, talk to us.
Okay, so
Repeat those times. Yeah.
Thursday it starts at 7. The gates open at 4. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Friday, the poll starts at 6 and the gates open at 3. And then Saturday, the poll starts at 4 and our gates open at noon.
Hey, are you still having garden tractor pulling during one of the days? Somebody texted me today.
Yes. So the garden tractor pull is Saturday morning. It was originally going to start at 9, but I think they're going to start at 8:30 because they're turning away a lot of people. I think they even had people from Texas that wanted to come up, but they had.
Well, yeah, it's every garden tractor puller in the country would want to
they get
go.
to
Hey,
to
we're
Thunder-
having
I
a
can-
garden tractor pull at Thunder by the River.
Yeah, I don't think you got yourself into there, Megan, or Novak or whoever.
And we're going to have Bloody Marys that morning, so Thunderdome will be open.
Oh, nice.
Are you gonna be playing some tunes still?
Yeah, we're playing Friday and Saturday night.
Yep.
Megan's way prettier than Duggo. Not gonna lie. Not gonna
What'd he
lie.
say?
Nothing. I was just being sweet. I said Megan's way prettier than Duggo.
Just remember, I'm still here. I'll see you in a couple days.
Duggo, I'm gonna give you a big old hug, kiddo.
Yeah.
All right, guys. What else can we expect this weekend at Thunder by the River?
Got it.
Hey, we got the music in the Thunderdome, and we got to go up to the fish fry Thursday early.
Fish fry Thursday night.
Yep.
Now you have a band there Thursday too, right, Doug?
Yep. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Is that a local band there?
Yes.
Out of
Yep.
Norfolk.
They're out of Norfolk. So,
Okay.
yeah. I'll try and give you some of the view from up here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Going out towards all the haulers setting out pits already.
I can't believe there's that many haulers there already. That's crazy.
Yeah. There actually a few that skipped Iowa and came straight here. So we're happy to have them. They called. And
So tell me
they didn't
about
wanna
this
be
band you
local,
have
they
on.
showed up here, so they made sure they're running.
Tell me about this band you have on Friday and Saturday, Doug. I want to hear all about them.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. Me neither. Never heard of them.
Yeah. They're a rowdy bunch, but we like them.
We have fun.
Yes, we do.
All right, guys. What's your gate prices there for the fans watching?
So Thursday night is $15 for adults. 7 to 12 is $5. 6 and under is free. And then Friday and Saturday are $25 for adults. 7 to 12, $5, and then 6 and under is free.
All right, guys. Thank you for doing this tonight. We'll be rolling in there tomorrow night. Expect a big old convoy of trucks to come in tomorrow night, I'm sure. But, yeah, awesome.
All you drive safe, and we'll see you here.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the tour and the skyboxes there.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thunder by the River 2023. I can't believe it's here already. I can't believe we're at the Iowa State Fair already right now. The summer has gone by like that. And, oh, look, it's Lori live.
I've got B.
Mr. Freeze is coming?
Mr. Freeze is coming.
Good deal.
Yeah. Sit down next to
Come on over here, Glenn Freeze. You got to drive your tractor this afternoon.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, huh?
Yeah, felt really good.
Yeah.
They didn't run that great, but it just felt good to get in the seat and tighten up the belts.
I bet. So, now you're the president of the Iowa Tractor Pullers? Is that right? You're the president. So what do you guys do here before the Outlaws come in? What do you do here in the facility to get things ready?
We start working on track on Sunday, opening it up, getting water put in it. We supply all the box scrapers, packers. I think we've got 43 volunteers each day. Beforehand, we don't have quite that many people, but we've got enough to get the track in order. And then, like today, we've got the hookers, the unhookers.
We like to refer to them as hook technicians.
Hook technicians.
Yeah, it's the politically correct way of describing what you call a hooker.
I'll have to remember that. I don't live in a politically correct,
I'm kidding.
world. But, the parking people, it takes a lot of folks.
Oh.
And they're all volunteers. And majority of them are repeat helpers. So we must be doing something.
So you've been around pulling for quite a while. Any surprises out here today you saw on the track? Any surprising finishes?
I thought the track was better than it was going, the 4-1 class. I mean, it was good from top to bottom. It wasn't a draw number class. Our upper track was a little softer.
Yeah, the winners actually came late for the class. Your top 2 or 3 came late.
Yes.
In the class. So that's a testament that the track has come around.
I think it'll just keep getting better. The fair, the Iowa State Fair has been working with us really well. Dave brings down rye to seed on the track in the fall, and is getting some organic material, giving some life, the roots, and I think for years to come, it's just going to keep getting better.
That's awesome. Yeah, the first year was kind of iffy on the track.
Oh boy,
next year was better, but this is a marked improvement.
Yes.
Over the last 2 years. Honestly.
Yeah, Gary Sabatka running the orange sled. He said, "I think that's the best afternoon track I've ever booked vehicles on."
I agree. No dust.
It held up. It held up. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, in the afternoon on a clay track, it just gets hard and you're pulling on a highway.
Yeah. It wasn't hot. The sun was out and the wind was blowing.
I got a little sunburnt.
Did you? You get a little color in you today? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So we're here talking to Glenn Freeze from, what is your hometown in Iowa? Atkins, Iowa.
Just outside of Cedar Rapids.
It's a big town.
Also has a tractor called Red Ink, which a couple of years ago, it was in a lot of videos that I put together, a lot of the highlight reels.
He doesn't know he likes those.
That tractor.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ron.
I'm the only guy that didn't like those.
Well, they were fun to watch with some music behind them, That's pretty good, pretty entertaining. So, anything new to come in years to come here for the pull at Iowa State Fair?
I know they're going to put some more permanent stands in, which will be covered. So when we do get back to that 110 degree August afternoons here, it should be good for the crowd. Covering the grandstand was a big improvement last year.
Huge.
So maybe add a class or two coming up again.
Had a good crowd today.
Yeah.
Good show, beautiful weather. Looks like we're in for a little more of the same tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of degrees warmer, but still, it wasn't hot.
No, it was comfortable. Because we're used to being up there in the upper 90s or 100 this time in August. So, no, it was great.
So, when are you going to regularly get back in the seat? When we get to see you, like week in, week out?
Well, we're hoping to go to Wisner. You know,
Okay.
Try to finish out the rest of the season with you guys, and then next year we're planning on a full slate.
Awesome. I mean, just to give everybody some insight, people probably wonder why we're talking the way we are. It was last fall, right, that you were diagnosed with cancer?
Actually, it was a year ago, March.
Okay. So it's in the spring.
Yeah. So it's been about 18 months. So last year, obviously, we started a rebuild in the fall. And
I remember you telling me about it. You were going to
I was going to make Cowtown and
redo everything.
And as we got into the winter, I just was feeling sicker and sicker, and then we found out, the cancer hit me, and that just knocked us out last year. I mean, I was lucky enough. The only pull I got to come to was here, and I had a ball, but I'm telling you, I was wiped out for 3 days.
Yeah, your prognosis early on was not very good.
Not good.
Not very good. A lot of people were saying prayers for you and worried.
Yeah,
so they
still are, and I really appreciate that. I'm not out of the woods, but I'm getting better all the time. So yeah, when they tell you, you need to probably go home and get your affairs in order, that really makes you look at life a lot different.
Yeah.
So not that pulling doesn't come first a lot of times at our house, but we had to put it on the back burner for a year.
Yeah, you got to take care of you for sure.
Yeah.
So, but you say you're not out of the woods yet, but still the prognosis is better than it was.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the doctors are optimistic now.
Yeah, we're pretty confident. We're just going to have to keep working at it, but keeping everything under control, and I feel fantastic.
Awesome.
So,
I'm glad we get to keep you around here a little longer. Man, I really am.
Somebody's got to pick on you.
Well, I got Jason for that. He picks on me when you're not around.
I'd rather have you do it.
And Dave, he picks on me too.
Sure.
So,
it's a great group of guys. You guys did a great job today. I don't know how we could ask for a much better day. Weather,
it was pretty much perfect.
Polls were great.
I think it's perfect right now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, folks, Glenn Freeze of the Iowa State Fair, the Iowa State Tractor Puller since 1970, right?
Yes.
I was born in 1970, Glenn. Just saying.
So you are younger than me.
The fall of 1970, actually. So,
yes.
Glenn, thank you for coming on, buddy. Thanks for
Yeah.
everything you do here, getting things rolling, and we roll in. It's easy once we get here. We thank you guys for that.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we try to do. Dave, does a lot of the work. I do what needs to be done. We work good together. The Iowa Outlaw thing is a fantastic marriage, and we're just going to keep moving forward.
Okay, we appreciate you, Glenn Freeze, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see him this weekend on Red Ink. Tomorrow on Red Ink, and then you're going to come to Wisner this weekend. You're going to come to Wisner. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Glenn Freeze, everybody. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Next up, Dave Nelson. We need some sound effects.
I get to follow up Glenn.
I had a water earlier. That's not it. I was on that four-wheeler, but oh well.
Ron needs water.
You get water, Ron?
Yeah, you got one.
I had one on the four-wheeler there. I don't know where it went. Now, Dave. Talk to the folks, Dave.
I'm supposed to talk to y'all.
There you go. It's hot.
Ron's whistle is about worn out because you've been talking how long today?
I don't know.
Started at probably 11:45 and ended at 3 and took a break, and now you're back on here now tonight. So
Yeah, back on here. I need to wet my whistle a little bit. Dave Nelson, Executive Vice President of the Outlaws. How are you, Dave? You got a little color today.
I am tired.
Your eyes are a little red.
I am tired. I would go to bed, but my little man wants to stay up, so I am staying up for a while. No, the Iowa State Fair has been good. I mean, this is our third year being back into this facility after 2 or 3 years off,
right?
And so the track was the biggest thing I think of today.
Of
being back the third year. The last 2 years, the track was bearable year number 1, better last year, and this year was just phenomenal. So if there's anything about 2023 Iowa State Fair Truck and Tractor Pulling, it's the track.
Market
The track is
improvement
here.
on the track.
Yeah, the track is here, and so even some of the fair board members came in, and Gary Slater, who was the retiree of the CEO from the previous years, came back this year, and he found me, and he's like, "That is a track," and he loves tractor pulling.
Yeah, you're talking with Glenn there. Even the 4-1 class. I mean, the winners came at the end.
Yes, exactly.
On a sunny windy day. I mean, wasn't super hot, but it was windy. And the sun was beating on it, and the track held up.
Not too often do you have an afternoon pull, and the track continues to get better as you go through the day and keep that moisture. So it was good.
Market improvement. Tell us where you're watching from. Let's see. We have to put some of these comments up here. A lot of people saying they're going to be at Wisner. How many hooks in Wisner, Dave?
I have no idea. I have not even looked. I've been concentrating on the state fair. We got a full day tomorrow again, and I know a lot of the guys have pulled out here heading to Wisner already.
Yeah, Wisner, the folks we were just live with, and they said there's only 30 haulers.
30 haulers.
Tuesday night.
Wonder how many were here today and booked it over there and got there.
Exactly.
So that's crazy.
So we can look it up real quick. So what do you see? I mean, you're very involved with this particular pull at the Iowa State Fair. What's coming down the road?
So I think we've had to learn the pits. We've had to learn our staging area, what we have room for. I'd love to get semis here. And I mean, quite honestly, I'd like to get involvement of just some more ECI tractors and trucks and that, and get some more involvement. We've got a good involvement from people like ECI and stuff like that, but I think we can do better and get more of these Iowa people. This is the Iowa State Fair. And so, yes, Outlaw sanctions it because somebody has to sanction it. Somebody has to put the insurance out for it, and that's what we're doing. And so I think we grow in that way is what we do. The State Fair is behind us. They do almost anything we want, and so we really can't complain.
Kevin Davis is watching from Phoenix.
Kevin watches all the time, every time.
Kevin hammered me today because
he calls me about my
I had
hair.
the light
He texts me
limited
about my hair or my this or that or my
What's
shorts.
this mean here from
Ron Storm is indestructible.
Indestructible.
Marty Samuelson is the mayor of Ravenna, Nebraska. He's the mayor. He watches our show every Tuesday night. Marty, we love you, buddy.
Oh, thank Kirk here.
41 on Thursday so far in Wisner. Mr. Dost.
There's 41 there.
Well, that's what Russell just said there.
Oh, wow.
807.
Our next guest is Roper Brown.
We're gonna bring Roper on.
Yeah.
Bring him on. Okay. But yeah, get input from the fans. What more can we do for the Iowa State Fair?
Yeah, but folks, any of you that were here.
Yeah, and I just want to say right away, we don't set the prices as the Outlaws for the gate, okay? I just want to be clear about that.
This is a state fair.
Yeah, you guys, it is what it is. So don't send us messages on Facebook because we can't control it. Because I get all of them.
If you've never been here to the fair, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, it's
fair,
amazing.
I mean, it's like a whole other town here. Yeah, fairgrounds. It literally is.
I mean, we sat here in the pits and listened to Eric Church 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham's over there tonight.
I kill you. I kill you.
You should do some of that impersonation.
I kill you, infidel.
So,
no, Roper.
Dave, thank you for just real quick. Thank you for being so organized.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to the fair. You can tell that you have your fingers in
this guy's tired. Look at his eyes right now.
I know. I like it.
I
like
was up
seeing
at
those
4:30
like
this morning. Yeah.
And the fact that you brought your oldest daughter with you today.
That's my wife. She
Dude,
loves
I
it.
know, but your wife is. I was like, way to go, Nelson. When I checked Sarah to Rock Valley, I go, whoa, how'd you get her?
Yeah.
It's like,
Way outside my league.
Yeah, I outran the punt coverage.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
We'll get Roper.
Dave Nelson, thank
have
you
a
for
seat,
coming
buddy.
on.
Roper Brown.
By far the
Young
most
gun.
important.
I think honestly, who has better hair in the Outlaws other than Roper Brown?
He rocks the mullet.
I don't know if anybody does. So Roper, welcome to Outlawed Live with Ron Stone, your host. Let's just talk. Let's sit back and have a casual conversation.
So you guys watch Outlaw TV while you're driving. I mean, is that really safe? I mean,
I don't. I usually sit in the back. I mean, they do going down the road. But, I mean, on the iPad on the dash, it does its thing.
Anytime we're on live on the Outlaw Pulling TV, and I'll say, tell us where you're watching from. Your mom always shoots a message in, and the TV, of course, is sitting in front of the passenger side window, and they're watching the pool as you're driving to a pool.
Yeah,
somewhere.
usually that, or we're always at the lake when we do it too.
All right, your dad pulls. You guys are a pulling family. What's your dad pull?
Mod 4x4 called High-Class Grass.
And you also have a pro stock pull drive too, right?
Yep.
And what's the plan for that truck?
For me to pull it in next year.
And how old are you right now?
15.
You're 15.
Yep.
So you turned 16 when?
May.
So that's right before pulling season.
Yep, it is. Right at the start.
Excited for that?
Not much, but I mean.
No, you're not excited?
I am. I am not. I mean, it's just big difference in what I'm used to.
I'd be like, come on, 16. When's it going to get here?
Yeah, I'm a little excited about it. It's just a lot of driving and a lot of running 2 trucks with 3 people. That's
It will be. You guys, you think you're busy now. Wait till you have 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they both break.
It's going to be a lot.
You know? So, talking to future driver Roper Brown, Brown Motorsports, out of Seneca, Missouri. It is Seneca, right?
Yeah, it is
Seneca, Missouri. They have 2 4-wheel drive pickups now, a Pro Stock 4-wheel drive, and now a modified 4-wheel drive. You know, oddly enough, I was showing Jason some Hero cards earlier, and I have the Hero card from the truck you have now. It was at the Ohio State Fair. I think it was 1988. So I have that Hero card with me. I'll show you guys.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. So, when's Mom going to drive? That's what I know. When's Summer?
I asked her before. She's like, well, I don't want to, but she's like, I'm afraid I messed something up myself.
I think she likes looking important out there, telling him to back up, where to go, and throws her hands up and walks off.
You're right.
I do remember when he caught on fire at Cowtown a couple of years ago. She was a flash run by the camera to get to the truck. Didn't have an extinguisher. She was just running to the fire. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what she did when she got there. All right, Roper. Any insightful things you want to say to Pulling fans out there before you go?
Not really. Just do what you do best.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you pulling next summer.
Yep. I do too.
All right.
Yep.
And you guys are pulling tomorrow, right?
Yep. We are.
Good deal. All right. Let's talk about contest and results here. We want to talk about results from it was a long weekend. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Let's do the winners. Let's do the winners first of the Outlaw Ultimate Fan Experience, brought to you by Case IH. 6 lucky fans will win a trip to the Racing Experience Center, Case IH Experience Center. Watch a tractor build, hang out with an Outlaw Punch champion and some other winners as well. You also get to bring a guest. But we also draw each week. The folks at Case IH draw for winners of the Case IH banners that all the winners from a particular session will sign. Every event, every session at every event, we have the winners sign that banner, and we give them away every Tuesday night on Outlawed Live. So the winners from the past weekend, last Thursday, in Weeping Water, Nebraska, the winner of the banner is David Manser. David Manser from Fremont, Nebraska. From West Point, Nebraska, David Abel of Sheraton, Iowa. David Abel wins the West Point. And in Macon, Missouri, the Central Missouri Honor Flight Pool, Misty Freeman from Sumner, Nebraska. And the winner of the hat, the autographed hat, Case IH Outlaw hat, Dawn Kasubi from Weeping Water, Nebraska. So congratulations, all the winners here in the Outlaw Ultimate Fan Experience, brought to you by Case IH. Results from Weeping Water, Nebraska on Thursday. Pro Stock 4x4 was Keith Hammonds. Light Limited Pro was Brady Gosler. Light Modified, Dalton Henry. Light Super Stock, Gary Whipp and Deer Fever. Super Farm, Barry Haverhals and Red Rock. And Limited Pro Stock was rookie Lane Paulson, winning Weeping Water on Thursday. West Point, Nebraska, we were pushing 100 hooks there on one track. It was a busy night, and we actually got done. We started at 6, and we were done at 11. Pro Stock 4x4, Keith Hammonds again. Light Limited Pro, Mike Masonbrink, last year's champion. Megan Paddock, Young Gun, wins the Limited Pro Stock class. The modified, naturally aspirated 2-wheel drive class, David James in the Black Sheep out of Missouri. Superfield, Ron Fix on his fixed income John Deere. Super Farm, Jared Johansson getting the win for the Blaze of Glory. West Severs and Running Rowdy, the diesel-powered light modified, wins at West Point. And light super stock, Frank Boy in the Green Lightning wins the Outlaw Super Stock class. Then Macon, Missouri. Now, of course, you can get all these results on the Outlaw Pulling app, which you can download right now at the Google Play Store, totally free. Get all these results, get results in real time, as well as point standings information, up-to-date point standings information in each class. Macon, Missouri, Light Limited Pro was Mark Wiggins, the points leader in the class. Keith Hammonds won his 6th in a row on Saturday night in Macon. Pro Stock, the Rut Cutter, Steve Bailey. Light Super Stock Ag, Corey Schluter in the Barn Burner. Monster pass. Made it look easy. Limited Pro Stock, George Beyer in the side piece. Modified tractor, the Twisted Whip, Twin Hemi of Donald Nelson. Dale Nelson out of Illinois wins the two-wheel drive class. And mod four-wheel drive was Tim Skelton and the Bone out of Illinois. Then here this afternoon, which started at noon, at the Iowa State Fair, session number 1. And results from this afternoon. Going to the Outlaw Pulling app here. Light Superstock Ag, Eleanor, Mark Ulmer, last year's champion, wins his class at the Iowa State Fair. Pro Stock 4x4, Keith Hammond's bipolar, 7th in a row. He started out slow this year, but once he got a hold of the points, there's no looking back. 7 in a row for bipolar. Limited Pro Stock, George Beyer in a side piece, 2 in a row for him since Macon. Light modified Gage Ott filling in for brother Blake, wins with Blake's tractor. Blake back home and working. He's a teacher. And Gage also won second with his tractor. So Gage Ott takes first and second. Frequent Flyer Warhawk and Dalton Henry double overtime in third. Light Limited Pro Stock, Brad Lundell. That's who we should have had on the show tonight. Brad Lundell. Of the 3 years we've been back at Iowa State Fair, Brad Lundell has won a Light Limited Pro Stock class here all 3 seasons. So Johnny B. Good winning Light Limited Pro. Then the two-wheel drive class, Ray Miller out of White Wright, Texas, wins the super modified two-wheel drives. That's session 1 of the Iowa State Fair. Tomorrow, we'll have the modified four-wheel drives. Right now we have 13 signed up. Limited Pro diesel pickups. We have 11 signed up so far for tomorrow. The 540 Light Pro class, 9 of those tractors signed up. 5 diesel supers so far signed up for tomorrow. Light super stocks, we've got a couple signed up so far. We have 8 pro stocks, 10,000 pound pro stocks. Super Farm, we have 11 signed up so far, and in 7,400 pound modified, 8 7,400 pound mods. So, and those numbers will grow throughout the night tomorrow, and some folks that don't use the app will sign up when they get here. So, big show tomorrow at noon Central Time here at the Iowa State Fair. We'll go ahead and close out. Jason, you want to come help me close the show? He is busy in conversation, using his hands a lot. I'm not sure what he's talking about. But we'll go ahead and close the show from here. Yeah, Kirk, that might be that's a little ways out there in Erie County, New York. I'm going to get some of the comments. The computer's a little slow. 76 registered for Saturday already. Russ, yeah, those numbers are sure to go up as we get closer to the day. Make sure we didn't miss any comments here. Wanted to put up the QR code and the information for Case IH, the Outlaw Case IH Ultimate Fan Contest here. Let's see if it pops up. There we go. Now you can literally scan that code right there and enter directly from your phone right now the 2023 Outlaw Superfan Experience Contest sponsored by Case IH. 6 lucky winners. We get to go to the racing experience. We're giving away those banners and autographed hats throughout the summer. But that drawing takes place for the grand prizes on October 31st. So stay tuned. Scan that QR code or go to outlawpulling.com and you can enter right from the home page. So we want to encourage everyone to enter. Really cool contest. Shoot, I want to go up there, see how a Case IH tractor is being built, see the plant, see the whole experience. Just trying to get this computer's a little bit slow out here. Pull this back out. There we go. Well, we want to thank everyone here at the Iowa State Fair for coming out and taking part in this event today. You know, all the big sponsors, Case IH, Organics Midwest here that was gracious enough to let us use their trailer as a backdrop. Major sponsor for us this year. DeKalb brand seed corn. Titan, maker of Goodyear farm tires. Schaefer Oil, specialized lubricants. All the great sponsors this year. Can't say enough about them. A lot of them come out and support us at these events as well. So if you're not coming out live tomorrow, I encourage you to watch it on the live stream, outlawpulling.tv, the official channel of the Outlaws. And we're going to go ahead and sign off here tonight. Thanks for tuning in to Outlawed Live. Check us out next Tuesday. We'll go live and give you a summation of what happens here tomorrow at the fair and also the big weekend in Wisner at Thunder by the River. So once again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Have a great night, folks, and let's go pull it.
Watching that show on August the 8th, you might want to change channels. I'll say it that way.
I actually just got a text as you were saying that. Oddly, you just bring that up from the gal on ESPN saying, have a great show.
I think Jason and Ron going to do the voiceovers on it next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll be interesting.
Now, what makes you say that, Dave?
I've been there and done voiceovers a many a time. It could be very interesting. Hey, talk about this guy, Ron. Talk about this guy.
Let's talk about him. How long have you known about this guy, Dave? You've been around pulling longer than I have.
I go back a number of years. I could not pick a year when I first heard of him, but this guy set the mark in super stock pulling.
NTPA, traveled the country.
Grand National winner, been everywhere. Now, folks, he's got cancer. He's been in the hospital with cancer. He just got out of the hospital on a treatment on Monday. Put the bolts in this tractor and come to Rock Valley, Iowa.
He's been dubbed the King of Smoke. He's a legend in the super stock division. Here comes Esden Lane out of Dayton, Minnesota. Red Line, Fever.
Junction, Illinois. Beautiful Chevy pickup. Heavy under the fiberglass there. Calls it rekindled. Ford had trouble